Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Cassandra, and if you are new here, please take a moment and hit that subscribe button because on this channel we try to share new inspiration and DIYs on a budget. So today I wanted to do something a little bit different. I wanted to show you guys how I make my Deco wreaths. Now, these are both on a budget. I made both wreaths for under $10, and I want to show you how. Now, this is something that would be great that we could actually put on a loved one's gravesite, especially around the holidays. Now, these wreaths you can do as a cross, a circle, however you would like them. There's so many different ways you can make them, but I'm going to show you how I made mine. Okay, so no, I did not use the wired one. Normally I would, but in this situation, I just grabbed what I felt was kind of the least expensive. I found both of these Deco mesh rows and I got them for under $4 at Walmart. Now I'm just going to take my little rotary cutter and of course my little mat and I'll just measure them 6 inches wide. And then we're just going to start making our cuts. We're going to make as many as we possibly can. That way, if you prep prior to starting your project, it'll be a lot easier for you and it cuts down a lot on your time. Now that we've made all of our long cuts, we're going to go back in. You can measure yours however big you want them. I made mine about 7 inches. I grabbed about 3 or 4 of them out of that little pile, and then I'm just going to take my fingers and find the middle and scrunch it up. Now I'm just going to wrap a pipe cleaner around it. And we're just going to keep doing this process until you feel like you have enough for your wreath. I believe in kind of prepping everything ahead. I think it cuts down on your time and it makes things a lot faster for you. For my wreath base or my cross, what I did was I just got some chicken wire that I had in the garage. I took my cutters and then I just cut it into the strips that would create a cross. Then I just went in and added zip ties to secure it together. And it's really strong, pretty good. So now those pieces that we just got done making, you're going to take the pipe cleaners and you're going to place it through it and you're going to wrap it around the wire in the back and just make sure it's nice and tight. And you're going to do this, I would say, depending on how big your base is. For me, I did about every other one. And then if I needed to go back in after I was done, I just went back in and filled in a little bit more. It is so simple. This honestly was probably one of the easiest projects that I have done in a long time. And it was really kind of fun because I had my children get involved. I showed them what I wanted and I had everything cut and then I showed them how to bunch it up. So they helped me make these. So if you have children, get them involved. Get them in here and get them something to do so they're not so bored out of their mind. Now, once you get the hang of placing them in, you don't have to keep turning it over to look at it. You'll kind of get the idea of where you want to place them. Now, as you see here, I am doing two different colors. I did not use a lot of the white, but I wanted to add some white just to kind of break it up a little bit and just add a little bit more of a different effect. And it helps accentuate, I think, the red. Okay, so instead of boring you with some music, I want to kind of share with you just a small glimpse into the life of that I live. So I am a mother of 3 children, and I think you've heard me probably say multiple times, my children did this, or let's get our children involved. Well, the reason I truly believe that is one, with this pandemic, I think that these children are going out of their mind because they can't have a normal life like we did in 2019 or the year before that. But I have a certain child. She is my oldest daughter. And 2 years ago, she went completely blind. She got very sick. Before she had got sick, they had accidentally given her a double flu shot. So we don't know if she went blind due to a double flu shot or if it was just because of the flu and the infection in her body and her body reacting in a certain way. So, with this being said, we try to make sure that she is a part of everything that we do and make sure that she realizes that she can have just as a normal life as she did prior to going blind. She's the one who actually did most of these little bundles for me. All I had to do was show her kind of what I needed done, and she bunched them up and tied them up for me. So, like I was saying though, a couple years ago, she had got a double flu shot. She had gotten really sick from the flu afterwards, and from there, everything went downhill. We ended up staying in the hospital for over 2 months, and she had to go through quite a few procedures. She had eye surgery, optic, eye fenestration surgeries, and several brain surgeries. We didn't know if she was going to make it, but she did, and she's here. Although she's blind, she's still a wonderful child. But getting our children involved, I think, especially right now, is something that is very detrimental. It helps our children realize that, yeah, things are not normal for us right now and things are different. Times have changed, but we can still do some really fun stuff. And even if they don't feel like this is fun and they might complain in the beginning that they don't want to do it, sit there with them and have a conversation. I promise you, they will probably get a lot more out of spending time with us and having a conversation while they're actually doing something. It helps take their mind off of the fact that they can't go outside, they can't go see their friends, and they can't go do things that they normally do. So back to the tutorial. As you see, I am kind of spacing out the white. I don't want a lot of white in it, but you can do these multiple colors. There's so many different ways that you can actually create these deco mesh. You can use the wire deco mesh and have them where they're little curlies, or you can do it like this. These are actually really cute for just about anything, whether it be for a loved one's gravesite or for your front door. I mean, there's so many different things that you can do with these. It's amazing. Okay, so as we get towards the end of it, you may see that you either want to add some more to make it a little bit more fluffy, or filled in a little bit more, or you don't have enough to finish it, which is fine. You have enough with that roll, like that roll that I got there for under $4. Honestly, I could probably make about 4 wreaths out of these, just one roll. So go back in, and now what I did differently at the bottom was I actually opened up my white and I added it to the red, and it kind of gave it a different effect. So this is something that you can also keep in mind when you're actually making them. You can put multiple colors together and just layer them, and you'll see it's actually really cute. We are almost done. Now, one of the things that I like to do, you don't have to do this, but because of me using the pipe cleaners, they were a little bit longer. So I just went back in and I turned it around to the back and just tightened them down, just kept twisting them, twisting them, twisting them until I knew that they were very secure in place. And then I just snipped it down. Now, don't go all the way down because, of course, you want to make sure that when you cut it down, you still have enough on there. That way it stays in place. Now, this next part is totally optional. If you're using the wire deco mesh, you might not want to do this, but since I am not, I'm going through and I'm just giving it a even trim because there are pieces that were cut unevenly. So I just go back in and I just snip it off a little bit and I keep fluffing it out to make sure that I don't miss any little snagglers. You're just giving it a little haircut. Again, you do not have to do this. It is totally optional. It's just something that I like to do when using this type of deco mesh. As you see, I'm not taking a lot off, just little pieces here and there, just to kind of even it out. I know this is a different one. It's the purple one, but I wanted to show you both of them. So right now, this is a part you do not have to do. It is totally optional, but I like to add bows, especially the fact that this one is going on a loved one's gravesite. I wanted to add a big, beautiful bow. Now, I did not go into tutorial on how to make the bow. There are a lot of links on YouTube that will go into detail on step by step on how to make different type of bows. But all I did was I made it and then I added again some more of that pipe cleaner to the back of the bow. And then I just took it through and tied it on the back just like I did my deco mesh. And then you just fluff it out, set it the way you want it, and there you go. You can add little decor pieces like little Christmas decorations or whatever you want. There's so many different options that you can have. Now, when you get done and it's secure in place, just cut off the back end, just like we did on the deco mesh. Now for the red one, I just used some of my leftover ribbon that I had already had on hand. I had got this ribbon, I believe, from Dollar Tree, the striped one, and then the cars or the truck ribbon, red truck, I had got from Walmart, and I had put it on my tree. So this is what I had left over. But I'm going to go in and also add a little decoration that I had got from Dollar Tree. I had got these little snowflakes in a pack, I think of six, for $1. So I just wanted to add something else to it. Now there are so many different little things that you can add. Make it personable, make it, something that would stand out however you want it. You can make it simple or you can deck it out as much as you want. There's so many different things that you can do with these and so many different ways that you can do them. Make it your own. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to hit that like button and share if you know somebody that wants to make them. Until next time, happy crafting, y'all.